Hi everyone, my name is Lindsay and I currently have Hodgkin's lymphoma for the fourth time. So I decided to make a YouTube channel to basically document my journey going through this cancer again for the fourth time. When I went through it for the first three times, basically mainly my first and second time, I didn't really have anybody to really help me go through this, kind of help me understand like what I'm going to be feeling, things like that. The doctors would tell me, oh, you're going to feel nauseous or you're going to be tired. But, they don't know firsthand of exactly how you're going to feel, and I didn't really know anybody, like I said, people that are my family, didn't have cancer at the time. They are older. I don't have anybody my age that is going through what I'm going through, so basically thought, it'd be a really good idea to start a YouTube channel to kind of basically go through what happened with my treatments, how I felt, different surgeries, different biopsies that I had. I just felt like maybe it can be, somewhat of an inspiration to somebody that might not be able to, or might not be thinking that they can get through this as easy as fortunate I've been able to get through this. So basically, if you're ready, let's go on this journey with me. So basically, it all started back in 2012. Actually, backed it up. I'm sorry. It started in 2011. I was having a hard time breathing. Just felt like something basically was sitting on my chest. Having really bad shortness of breath. I went to the doctors, and the doctor basically said, "Oh, you have asthma." Sent me home with an inhaler. Never did a chest X-ray. I was on my merry way. So basically I was using the inhaler. Obviously it wasn't working. So I went into work, basically flash forward now to 2012. It was actually January 4th of 2012. I went to work and I just wasn't feeling right. I felt like, actually honestly I was feeling pain, like kind of in my pelvic area. So I was like, you know what, I'm going to go to the doctor or into the emergency room. I thought I had maybe possibly appendicitis. So I went into the emergency room and the doctor went ahead and looked at me and he decided to do a CT scan of my abdomen down to basically rule out appendicitis. It came out clear. He ended up doing an ultrasound on me and that came out clear as well. So he wasn't quite convinced. Something told him to order a CT scan of my neck down. And even the nurses was like, really? Like, why is he even doing that? You're coming in here for public pain. Why is he ordering something from the neck down? Let's just say, thank God he did. Because when he did, he came back to me and he gave me the results. I had a cantaloupe-sized mass in my chest. So that's why I wasn't able to breathe. So basically, I was in the hospital for a month. I was going back and forth. Basically, doctors were saying that I had different other types of cancer. They said, it could be lung cancer, it could be different kinds of cancers. So I basically was devastated. I was 26 years old. I had two kids at the time. I had my son and my daughter. Devastated, crying. I couldn't believe how quickly and fast my life changed in literally that second. I woke up that morning at home, went to work like normal, and now I'm here. Now I was stuck in the hospital for a month with cancer. So basically what I did was they sent me over to Loma Linda, and I ended up getting surgeries. I had surgery, I don't know if you can tell, but I had it here, and they did a meniscectomy. Basically they opened me up and they took a basically chunk of the mass out of my chest. Because they were doing core biopsies, which they were sticking needles into my chest and taking biopsies from there, and it just was not working. It wasn't getting enough samples, so they ended up having to go in there and actually doing a big chunk of it. I was awake during the entire procedure, but I don't remember anything. They gave me some medication to basically put me in a twilight, so I believe it was Versed and fentanyl, I believe. They ended up collapsing my left lung, so I ended up going home with a chest tube as well. Basically, I felt like a pincushion, basically. So they were able to, luckily, they were able to get enough sample out of my mass, and they ruled it out to be Hodgkin's lymphoma. So the doctor came in and told me that they ended up having to do a bone marrow biopsy, which I don't ever wish that on anybody. It is the most painful procedure ever, but I went through it, and luckily, thank God, it did not spread at all. It didn't metastasize at all in my body. It was basically just capsulized here. So basically what they called it was non-sclerosing mediastinum Hodgkin's lymphoma, which is a mouthful. So anyway, we ended up started chemotherapy there when I was in the hospital. I had my family there. My best friend Ashley came. I had a lot of support. And I started my chemotherapy, which was a regimen called ABVD. Don't remember exactly what they stand for, the medications, but basically I had 4 different chemotherapies that I was given. From there, actually, I'm sorry, I also had to get a port put in as well. So I had a port put in on this side because of the chemotherapy. It was going to be way too harsh on my veins. So they ended up having to put a port into my chest. So I went ahead and did that. Like I said, I went ahead and started with my chemotherapy. So I ended up going through 6 months of that, and it was once every 2 weeks. I would go in for 6 months. And it made me sick. I didn't lose my hair. It thinned out a little bit. I actually ended up cutting my hair really short, like a really cute like a pixie cut, just to be on the safe side in case I did start losing my hair, because my hair was pretty long and I just didn't want to sit there and be pulling it out. So I figured, let's cut it short, so then it'll be a lot easier for me to be able just to shave it off if I need to. But luckily, I did not lose my hair. So after that, I was done with my 6 months of chemotherapy, which, by the way, I ended up having to take an injection called Neulasta, which actually the injection made me feel even worse than my chemotherapy did. And on top of this, I was working as well on top of all this. And I felt okay. My main concern, honestly, was tired. I was exhausted. I was so tired. But luckily, I had a lot of support. And after that, I ended up had to do radiation to my chest as well. So you can't see it on the camera, but I have 4 dots, little tattoos, basically was my field of radiation. So I did radiation for every single day for a month. And I worked during that time as well. The radiation was not fun at all either. I mean, it was honestly really fast. I went in there, I changed. It was basically it's like an x-ray. I mean, they turn on the machine, you sit very still, they do it, you're done. Literally, you're in and out in like 5 seconds. It's done. But it started basically sunburning me from the inside out. So my skin got really red on the outside, which, it was fine. I was able to use some creams and stuff. It was not that big of a deal. But the one thing that was bothering me so bad was, like I said, it was sunburning me from the inside out. So it was hard for me to be able to drink hot liquids, anything hot. It was really uncomfortable for me. It was just painful. So, like I said, I went through that, and it put it to sleep, basically. It put it to sleep, luckily. But in about 4 months after that, I went ahead and went through another PET scan, and surprise, surprise, it came back again. So there we go, second time of having cancer. We ended up having to go to UCLA to get a consultation with, which is now my doctor now, and he's still my doctor. He's amazing, Dr. Aradat. He is at UCLA over in, at the time I was seeing him in Santa Monica, but now I see him in Westwood, actually, where the UCLA college is at. And I ended up having a consultation with him, and he was actually really upset that I even went through radiation. He said that I shouldn't have even gone through radiation because that actually caused more problems than good, basically. Because now I have increased chances of breast cancer, increased chances of it continuing to come back, which it continues to come back. So I went in for a consultation with him, and he basically told me that I would probably benefit from a stem cell transplant. So from there I had to go through salvage chemotherapy, which is high doses of chemo, which was not fun. That was really, 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 that made me really sick, extremely sick. And I went ahead and lost my hair at that time. So that was, I would go into the hospital once every 3 weeks. I was there for about 4 days. I was going through chemotherapy at that time, and it made me so sick, extremely sick. He told me that one day I'm going to wake up and my hair is going to be gone. So every morning I would wake up and I would just be like scared to even touch my head. I would get up and look down on my pillow, just praying to God that my hair was not laying on my pillow. I went through, I want to say, only one round actually, and I started, actually, I'm sorry, yeah, it was one round, and I had my hair in a ponytail, and I had taken my ponytail out of my hair, and literally clumps of hair was just coming out of my head. And so I went to my husband, and I was like, you know what, let's go, take me now to the barber. Let's go ahead and just get it shaved off. I'm not going to sit here and pull my hair out of my head. I'm not going to let this cancer beat me. I'm going to beat this cancer. So I'm going to take my hair. I'm going to take my hair. The cancer's not. So basically that's what I did. We went down. We went to one of the ladies that used to cut our hair all the time. Her name was Laura. And she shaved it off. I sat there and cried the entire time. Because you ladies out there, you guys would understand where I'm coming from, that, you know, hair is what makes us us. We're very, very, proud of our hair. We take really good, we try to take care of our hair. That's what makes us feel beautiful, is our hair. And, going through all of this, yes, hair means a lot. But to be honest with you, it's what's inside, your strength that's inside, that makes you beautiful. It's not your hair. And trust me, I wish I would have took that advice in the very beginning, because I was devastated when I lost my hair. I was depressed. I was upset, and now that I've lost my hair twice, it's just hair. It's gonna grow back. Your life will never come back if you die. Your hair always will grow back. And it sure did. My hair did definitely grow back at the end. Or after everything was done, my hair grew back and it was beautiful, it was virgin hair, basically. Anyway, so like I said, I went through chemotherapy again, my salvage chemo. And I ended up having to get ready for my stem cell transplant. But I think I'm going to save that for another video. If you guys want to hear more, definitely comment below and let me know if you guys want to hear more of my story. And if you guys have any questions, anything, definitely comment the questions below. I'll be more than happy to answer any questions. Like I said in this channel, I'm not going to sugarcoat nothing at all. I'm going to tell you guys exactly how it was. It was hard. And I don't want to let anybody think that, oh, it's easy, because it's not. It's really not. And I think next video I'll definitely let you guys kind of more into my life. I just kind of wanted to give you a little bit of a snippet of basically what I've had to go through since 2012. And if you guys want to hear more, definitely comment below and subscribe to my channel. I think this is going to be a good thing. I really do. I have something told me to do this, and I'm really excited to get this kind of up and going and get it off the ground. Definitely, like I said, I'm sorry, I feel like I'm rambling. Sorry guys. Anyway, but yes, definitely, like I said, give this video a thumbs up and subscribe, and let me know if you guys like what I'm doing here. Okay. You guys have a good day. Bye.